Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Wait, don't go in there. He's doing his podcast.
On to something very, 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 very important. Star Wars. So, they just released a teaser trailer for the next episode, Star Wars The Last Jedi. So, it was Star Wars Celebration weekend, whatever. We'd love to attend one day. And what got me excited about this is not only that it's another Star Wars film, we all know it's coming, but the fact that in the trailer it leaves you with more questions than answers. You know, we see some pretty cool trailers with the Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Man, and there's some other films out there, but they give you the entire fucking movie, like in the trailer, like that Thor joke where he runs into the Hulk. He's gonna battle with something and it happens to be the Hulk, and he's like, "That's my friend." Like, that was funny, but
it's not gonna be funny when you see it again.
Nope, because we're gonna see it in the trailer a million times. People are gonna laugh like it's the first time they've ever seen it. You're gonna see it in the movie. People are gonna laugh like it's the first time you've ever seen it. I mean, it is a funny joke, but like that would have been great just to see that in the movie. Like, it was the same thing like with his "I need a horse" line.
Yeah.
And that, if they showed that in the trailer, that would have been funny, but. You know, they didn't have to, but whatever. But anywho, but with Star Wars, like, you see things, you get a tone of, you get a sense of what the tone is gonna be. But you see a little more of Luke. We all know that Luke is gonna be a pivotal point in this film. Now, the cool thing with that is at the end of the trailer, he says, like, the Jedi must die, or something along those lines. Now, here's my thing with this. I know you've seen trailers before where they'll show somebody and then there'll be like a voice, but it's not them. So like that could be one thing, or could Luke be evil, or could it be like a sort of thing where he wants to end the Jedi so they could end the Sith, because you know it's that constant imbalance, or and this is kind of going back to the last episode with the questions with that, where last Star Wars episode with the whole Knights of Ren, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kylo Ren is made out to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Now, what if, during the whole Knights of Ren thing, what if he left because Luke was portraying some kind of darkness in him? And then that just made Kylo spiral out of control, and that's where Snoke found him and sort of manipulated him, because that's how the Sith do things. So the thing is, there's so much questions.
Yeah, what if they're like doing the same formula as like episode what? The first Star Wars movie, episode 3. Was it episode 3? I think it's this chronological thing.
Wait, the first?
No, not episode 4. That's why.
So you mean 4 to 5 to 6,
yeah.
Right?
What if they're doing the same thing, and like Luke is the new Obi and all that shit, and you know how Luke is gonna go out the same way as Obi and that girl Rey. She's gonna be the top Jedi and shit, and
I don't know. I mean, that's a possibility, but the thing is, the way the director, is it Ryan Johnson? He the way he portrayed it, the way he was talking about it, was that this is going to be a weird Star Wars film. So something that we might not have seen before.
See, I'm not a big Star Wars fan like you, but do you take it as because if I'm a big fan of something and the guy said weird, I'm going to be like, whoa.
No, because like the thing is, right?
Is J.J. Abrams like still?
I think he's still part of the production team, because
like producing and all that.
Yeah, I think his name, because you know, being that he did the last film, you know, that you still want to see some remnants of his style and whatnot. So yeah, from I haven't looked at this for months, but he was still part of the production team. I think part of the writing team too, because it's like a big. But my thing is this, like, it really doesn't bother me because you look at Rogue One, right? Rogue One was a Star Wars movie,
Yeah.
in every sense, but it wasn't a Star Wars movie where it didn't follow the typical Jedi
Sith,
versus
yeah.
Sith. We saw something that you would see in a video game or
Yeah,
comics.
like Rogue Squadron and all that.
Yeah.
And
And
outside of the Jedi shit.
and I think like a lot of people criticize Episode 7 for being a lot like Episode 4, and I see that with the whole Star Killer Death Star comparison. But to me, all right, in Episode 4, A New Hope, that was the primary point. Like they weren't thinking about stopping, fighting Vader. They weren't thinking about the dark side. That was just something that they came across. The ultimate goal of that movie was for the rebels to destroy the Death Star.
Yeah.
Then you start to see there's more to it than that. With this, it was just that was a similar thing, and even that played out differently because in Episode 4, they found the Death Star. When they got there, they automatically found the flaw and got past it. In Force Awakens, they actually failed. Like, I don't know if you remember when they were trying to bomb it and nothing happened, and then coincidentally they destroyed it from they blew it up from the inside, and they went back. But that was just a sort of, I guess, a nod to that. And the thing is, if you look at Star Wars movies, games, you see a lot of the same things. So we've seen Episode 4 a million times. Like, that was the only Star Wars movie for a long time. So it's easy to say it's a replica of that, but it has the same idea, but it's a little different. But anyways, with 5, like, I think that this guy saying it's gonna be weird, it doesn't really bother me because I mean, I'm an advocate for that as long as it stays Star Wars, because I guess what he's saying is that it's not gonna be that typical twist that we're used to.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so I mean, I'm excited for it. The fact that they don't show us shit in the trailers makes me, like, even if it ends up being expected, like, all right, Episode 7, the trailers, like, we had our ideas and our thoughts about what was gonna play out. Now, even if the movie played out like that, in the trailers you weren't sure. That's like now with for the most part with Spider-Man, you kind of know the whole story now. He has the suit because Tony gave him the suit. He gets a little crazy with it. Tony takes the suit from him. He makes his own suit. There's gonna be things in between that. Yeah, there's much more to the movie than that. But when you see the the Fate of the Furious, I mean, in the trailer they show that this dude Don turns bad. Did you really need to see that?
There goes the element of surprise.
Yeah, you could have showed all this crazy shit. I mean, even though I wouldn't have, but you could still show all this crazy action shit. Show Charlize Theron coming in; she's the main baddie. I mean, even if you kind of had a hunch that Dom was gonna become bad, okay. But there's a difference between having a hunch and actually knowing. And you look at Godzilla. Godzilla, for the most part, you know what's gonna happen in a Godzilla movie. But in the trailers, they didn't really show us shit.
Yeah.
They kind of fucked up with Kong in the second trailer. Still a good movie though, but it's just that, like, I to me, the only people that should be cutting trailers from now on is anybody that's whoever cuts Abrams' trailers and whoever cuts Nolan's trailers. Because you look at Inception, all you knew was that it had to do with people going in people's minds.
Yeah, some trippy shit.
Yeah,
when they showed you.
That was it. Interstellar, all you knew that the world was ending and they were going to outer space to. You didn't know about all that other shit. It turned out to be something else. So with Dunkirk, you know it's a World War II movie. Pretty sure it's gonna be much deeper than that. Cloverfield.
It's a monster movie.
Yep, that's all we knew. Even Super 8.
Yeah.
Super 8, you knew it was pretty much a fucking E.T.-ish movie. But in the trailers, the whole point is you're not supposed to show that. You're supposed to show. It's different for video games and TV series because it's a lot more drawn out. And video games is a little different because you get to play it. So they could show you more in the trailer for a video game, and it's not gonna ruin the moment because you're actually playing it, you're interacting with it. But in a movie, you can't do that. Like trying to think. Even Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, you don't really see a lot of what's going on.
Yeah.
We supposedly, I think the main villain is Ares.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure all that out.
Yeah. And that's cool.
I would assume it's Ares.
Yeah, even Justice League, right? The Justice League trailers, they haven't shown us, like, we all, for the most part, we know it's supposed to be Steppenwolf, and it's gonna lead into Darkseid. They're not showing us that. All they showed us was the parademons, and you know, so
they don't want to make that same mistake with the Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, because like even I don't agree with the Doomsday thing in there, but if they left that in the movie, at least it's like, okay, this is different. But you know, them showing it in the trailer, it's like it kind of ruined the whole.
The fact that you showed all that, everybody figured out what the movie's going to be, and then
because Civil War really didn't. Civil War actually did a decent job of not showing everything, though. Showed Rhodey getting shot, and it gave away Spider-Man's appearance, but you kind of really didn't know what was gonna bring back or break up the Avengers fully. You just knew that it was a conflict within them, and maybe somebody had. But yeah, so you got to start doing that. So the cool thing about this trailer is that it's a teaser, and it's a teaser. That's it. We probably won't get another trailer to after Spider-Man, which is cool. I'm good with this. It's like the same thing with every other Star Wars trailer. The first Star Wars teaser that they showed a year before, I was good with that. The Rogue One, I was good with that. Yeah. I know you're not a super huge Star Wars guy like I am, but I'm fucking stoked for it. Like, I can't wait.
Oh, I'm stoked for Battlefront.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That leads us to our next topic, Battlefront 2.
Part 1, I saw the writing on the wall. That game was just going to be like a robbery.
And you know what sucks with Battlefront 1? It was the game itself, like the way the game played. It was
good. It was just that there's not a lot going on. And
yeah, that was a problem.
I mean, there's not what I want to say. Not a lot going on. I mean, not a lot of content.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you could buy it now, and it's probably a perfect game. It's a perfect
like
9-10 kind of game.
Yeah.
Especially, the thing is, okay.
For $20, I would let that slide.
Well, anything for $20.
Basically,
like,
but
you know, you could get a shit game for $20.
When that game came out for $60,
it was actually more too, with like the special editions and whatnot. But see, the thing is, like, from a Star Wars fan standpoint, the game itself, the game you play was fucking perfect. It was like they put you in there.
Yeah. The
graphics were beautiful. It was fun, but yeah, it got boring fast because
there's not a lot of content.
Not a lot of content. Now, if you play it now, even if it was $60 now, you're getting everything.
Really?
Yeah, if you buy the
because the season pass,
everything's all included.
Okay,
you get what they call the Ultimate Edition. I think it is.
All right.
And it's like it's on sale, but like it's still everything. So
I thought it was bullshit how they did that. They gave you a bare bones games, and they have the nerve to charge you a season pass for mad money.
Yeah,
that's just bullshit.
That's the thing. Charge us $20. Charge us $20 again. You know, it's like
I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
It's like you're paying layaway. Like you're buying part of it, and you're gonna buy the rest later when it comes out. But yeah, paying $60 and you still having to pay is different. If you're paying $60 and you're gonna get it for free eventually, that's okay. But if you're paying $80 to get something that initially is only $20,
get out of here.
But yeah, so now I think if you play it, like if you get the Ultimate Edition, it's probably gonna be a different thing. And if you could get it for cheap, like especially on one of those flash sales, I definitely say get it, even though Part 2's coming out. But
I mean, it was $10 on Black Friday, so that's like cool.
Yeah, if you just make sure it's the Ultimate Edition, and you're good. But no, this one looks.
Yeah, this Battlefront 2 looks sick.
And they were showing us in game.
Yeah, in game they got. I'm assuming that's a story they're telling us, that the single player. From
what they, all right, so this is supposed to span from all three eras. So we're gonna get the prequel trilogy. Wait, so like the
the single player.
Well, just the game
I thought
itself. I think the single.
No, wait, I know the multiplayer is like on span through eras.
The single player we're supposedly getting is a new story.
Yeah, for
So
it's like a
in
prequel
between-
to Rogue One, something like that, right?
No,
Or
in
the-
between 6 and 7.
Oh, okay.
So here's the beauty, like going back to the movies, right, and going back to Rogue One, right. The reason why Rogue One was so awesome and successful in my eyes is because you got a top-notch Star Wars movie that wasn't the typical episodes.
Mhm.
So you look at what they did with the Clone Wars animated series. They filled in the gaps between 2 and 3. Sort of made the prequels a lot more important and whatnot. Then Rebels filled in some spaces between episodes 3 and 4. So you get to see the Empire taking control and all that, or gaining more control. So the thing is, after 6 and 7, there's 30 years between that. So the amount of content you could put in there without oversaturating the already main timeline, the main episodes. So that's what I want to see. I want to see a series like they're canning. I don't want to say canning. It sounds like a bad word. They're ending Rebels. After I think it's
Season
the 4th
4.
season. Yeah, which is okay. That season could have probably went on a little longer because you think about it. Well, here's the thing. With Clone Wars, I think they had to do more seasons because they had to put in more work to rectify the bullshit of the prequels.
Mhm.
So they took the good pieces and made them better. With Rebels, it's sort of like that era is fine, so you don't really have to dig too deep into that. It's pretty straightforward, and the movies were good, whatever. So, but with so they're ending it at that, which is okay. But I always had the assumption that once Rebels was done, they're gonna give us an animated series based in that the episodes between episode 6 and 7, and with that, you can drag that on without it getting boring too. Like if Clone Wars had six and a half seasons or some shit like that, you could give us like 5, 6, 7 seasons, and you can wait till after episode 8 comes out because that's gonna answer a lot of questions without giving anything away. Then you could start throwing in where what really happened to Luke after, what happened to Han, what happened to Leia. You can delve deeper into that. You can show how much darker like Snoke and the First Order actually is. You could even branch out and give us other characters and shit. So it's like there's a lot. So yeah, so that's what I think that's what the story single player campaign is gonna be, and that's cool because you're not replaying the same shit. So that gives you more incentive to play too, because it's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna fill in the gap, and the fact that everything's canon going forward. So yeah, and then the multiplayer is gonna span through all eras. So like you're gonna get Darth Maul and all that.
So EA is doing like the Star Wars games, right? They got the rights to the Star Wars games. So I want another Knights of the Old Republic.
Dude, if we can get a...
I mean, they own BioWare, man, so what's going on?
Look, I won't be surprised because they had... Remember last year they announced like a bunch of different titles. They didn't really give names for a lot of them.
Yeah, I expect the Knights of the Old Republic.
Well, hey, dude, you could get... I mean, if you could get that on the Xbox and PS4...
I mean, you own EA owns BioWare, so they owe me a Knights of the Old Republic.
I mean, yo, look at how successful games like Skyrim and Witcher and Mass Effect are. You telling me you can't mix that with Star Wars? You know what I mean? Like, well, obviously, Knights of the Old Republic was already around before these things. But if those games are successful, you can easily give us a game like that with that's Star Wars, and it's gonna sell.
Man, shit.
Fucking Battlefront made crazy numbers despite its bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And so imagine if you give us a Knights of the Old Republic, or that the lady that was behind Uncharted.
Yeah, she was supposed to be doing the Star Wars, like a Star Wars.
They
game.
are. It's like by Visceral, whatever.
Yeah,
the company.
yeah.
But that's should be coming out. I don't know when. Well, E3's coming up soon, so we might get more of that. And yeah, so yeah, dude, a Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, my question to you, right? So you know how you get to play with like certain heroes and villains in Battlefront.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who would you like to play as? Like who's either your favorite or who's somebody that you never got to play as that you would like to play as? I know you're not the biggest Star Wars fan, but like,
playing as Yoda should be funny.
that should be interesting.
Playing as Yoda, but I was always wanted to do the whole Boba Fett thing. I mean, even that shouldn't be a character. I mean, that could just be a skin on a regular.
Yeah, true. It should be like you could be like your own bounty hunter.
Yeah, that could.
But
be
he is a character in Battlefront 1. I'm dying to play with Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
And I wonder if they're gonna throw in the guys from Rogue One, like the blind guy. Not Cassian's the main dude, the Spanish guy. I wonder if they're gonna throw in the blind guy and the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jyn Erso is probably gonna be in the game, even though I don't really care playing with her. But oh yeah, K2 Esso, that'd be interesting.
Let's see Mason there. Not Mace. Oh yeah, Mace Windu.
Mace Windu, yeah. Well, he's definitely gonna be in there. You mean this dude? Lando. That's what you were talking about when you said Mace.
Samuel Jackson.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you.
No. I originally was going to say Darth Maul, but I don't know how Mace Windu just came out.
That's sort of racist right there, man.
No, it's not.
That's sort of racist.
Imagine they put in the dudes from even though it may not be canon, the dudes from Empire, the freaking game, Shadows of the Empire.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, that I don't think that's canon yet, unless they decide. You know what's funny though, right? With the whole canon thing, right? They threw out all these old things, right? Supposedly, but Thrawn made an appearance in that blue guy. He made an appearance in Rebels. I don't know. Thrawn is a really big deal. He's like one of the most cynical Empire personnel people out there. Like there's this one clip in Rebels where he comes to see what these people were he had these guys working on vehicles. I think it was land speeders or something like that. He wanted them to test it out.
It was the Y-wing bombers.
Okay, yeah. So, anyways, but it was some prototypes for them, and he came to go check on the progress and all that, and I think one of the guy that was working on them said it wasn't ready or some shit like that, but Thrawn made one of the guys go in there and test it, and he ended up getting blown up inside of it. Like he's one of those guys, like. But he was a big deal in like the books and shit like that. So the cool thing with things not being canon, though, they may not necessarily be canon. They could still take from them. So like the whole thing with
They're taking another character from the books too.
Yeah, they're gonna do that a lot. But see, the thing with the Kylo Ren and Rey, in the books, even though it hasn't been confirmed who they are, like whose kids they are, what do you call it? Kylo Ren and Rey were they want. I think they wanted. Well, Kylo Ren's name is Ben. I don't know if Rey's name was the same, but they were brother and sister. They were both Han and Leia's kids, and it was reversed. The girl was Sith, and the boy was ended up. He was a Jedi, but that was part of the old thing, and it's sort of like that's why I think that they're both well, obviously Ben was Han's kid and Leia's kid, but I think Rey is Han and Leia's kid as well, because one, I think it's just too easy to say that's Luke's kid, and Luke was a fucking monk. Like after the whole thing with Leia, when there was no other relationships with him that we know of, and after he started to become a Jedi, like he was focused on that, and one of the things was he left everything to teach these kids, and then after that went to shit, he just disappeared. So
I got a question. Being a Jedi, is that like see, I'm not a Star Wars fan, so all the geeks out there, beat
them up when you see them. Beat them up with your lightsabers.
But the whole Jedi thing, is that bloodline or?
No, well, it could be, but the thing with Jedi, all right, first of all, it's the Force. The Force is like the Asian dude said it in Star Wars. I mean, well, actually, Maz said it too.
That character, is he like a Jedi but doesn't know yet, or?
No, he believes in the Force. So that's the thing. Like the Force flows through everybody. That's the Star Wars thing. So, but anybody could tap into it.
Actually, okay. So that's so to be the Force flows. force flows through everybody, right?
Mhm.
So basically, a Jedi is just like a title then, since
Yeah,
anybody
like,
could be a Jedi.
Jedi and Sith are titles,
Those are,
factions
like,
of,
religious-
of
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. The Force is that bloodline. That's what I. That's,
No.
Force
Okay,
everybody.
so
it could be stronger if, like, say if I tap into, if I train in the Force and then I I end up having kids, like
Okay.
it could be stronger. Like Leia has the Force.
So the Jedi is basically like a calling, like a name for faction.
Yeah,
basically.
because
Okay.
Jedi is the good.
Got you.
They're like the
good,
righteous.
Yeah, and the Sith
Sith
is the
is
other. Yeah, I
evil,
got you. Now,
but They also have what they call
from the games I played. Now I can get it.
Yeah.
It's just the Force side. That's what I meant.
yeah, like there's a side called Gray Jedi, and they're not Jedi. They're not they're not really Jedi, though they are. They're one of those Jedis that they'll, how Jedis are righteous, and
Yeah.
the Gray Jedi. It's more of like a sort of like Punisher-ish kind of thing, where they're not Sith, but they'll do things that Jedi would call dark.
Yeah.
They're out.
But-
They're set to balance the Force.
Yeah, they're set to
Yeah.
balance the Force and to do whatever it takes to balance the Force. But the Jedi, they'll fuck things up just because it's like, you're killing
And
people,
the
you're
whole thing
evil.
about
But
balancing Force, remember how they said Anakin was set to bring balance to the Force, not leaving the dark side. Technically, he did balance the Force because it was how many freaking Jedi and only 2 Sith,
thank you.
and
That
he
is
put it down to 2.
that's actually true. But yeah, so it's like it's a very, like, anybody could tap into it. It's just a matter of them, wanting to train and
Oh, okay.
whatever. So yeah, that's that. But I don't know, like with Battlefront 2, it looks good. And if they give us a solid but here's the thing, right? We're getting a single player campaign, right?
Hmm?
But it's probably gonna be like a 5-hour single player campaign either way. Like,
I mean, all right. Now, see, if those 5 hours are enjoyable,
that's true.
I'll let that slide.
Well, the fact that they're giving us a new story is a big step forward,
Yeah.
because instead of just saying, "Oh yeah, you're gonna relive these episodes," it could be cool, but it's like we've done this.
Yeah, I
time and
don't
time
know.
again.
No, just as long as it's an original story, whatever. I
Yeah.
mean, it doesn't need to be like the Witcher dialogue
Oh.
heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, if the pace is right and it's enjoyable, I won't be too mad. I mean, the real heart of the game is the multiplayer anyway.
Yeah, that's true. As long as
So,
they give you something you could
Just
play
like
and enjoy.
that's why I don't really get mad at Call of Duty's single player. I mean,
yeah,
the
'cause
heart of the game is the multiplayer. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
the single player has been enjoyable for like the 2-3 hours I playing it.
That's true. It's like definitely out there, but yeah, it gives something, like, because you may not want to play the game for the multiplayer. You just may want to play, like, say you don't get it right away, right? Say
Yeah.
you get it like when it's on sale for like $30 or something like
Mhm.
that. You just want to play it for the single player, and you may
Yeah.
dabble in the multiplayer every now and then. But yeah, 'cause it's not like yeah, I know it's not gonna be on some GTA level shit where you get a full blown single player campaign, and then you get a full blown multiplayer. It's definitely multiplayer. They let that be known the last time.
Mhm.
And Battlefront, before it was a multiplayer, before it was online multiplayer, it was a multiplayer game. So, but anywho, it should be good. So I'm looking forward to that, and that should come. It should be out like later this year, right?
Yeah.
Like winter, typical like September, October. I don't
Yeah.
know the exact date, but anywho, yeah. So that's our Star Wars talk. A lot of exciting stuff to talk about. E3's coming up soon, so we'll get more details on that.
Mhm.
And hopefully maybe more Star Wars stuff. I'd like to get a Star Wars Telltale game. If we're not gonna get a Knights of the Old Republic, because there was a Telltale game that's in limbo, like not in limbo, but it's out there. But they're saying it's an untitled big project. So that could be anything. It could be
They actually rebooting Old Republic.
well, I mean, if we get any kind of Old Republic, it doesn't matter. I mean, Old Republic on.
I want to buy where it's Knights of the Old Republic.
Well, that no, I'm saying
I'm not
like,
talking about that PC Old Republic.
No. If we get that, I'm just saying, like he said, they're talking about rebooting it. I don't fucking care as long as we get that
Oh, okay.
caliber of Well, they might reboot it. It makes sense because to make it go canon, because
Oh, yeah.
because back
Well,
then they could just make random Star Wars stories and
Mm.
they would fit it in there. So if you could give us something that takes place before episodes 1 and 2 and 3, but make it tie in, Like, you know, you could reference this guy, Sifo Dyas. They always referenced him in the prequels and whatnot. He was like one of the first Jedi, and yeah, Darth Bane, guys like that. So you could do a lot with that, which is cool. So yeah, if they reboot it, as long as it's that same caliber of game. But yeah, back to the Telltale. Like, even if we don't get a Knights of the Old Republic yet, I'll take a Telltale game. I mean, I know that's not, you know, your biggest cup of tea, but
I like the Telltale games.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I'm not going to spend like
$60, yeah.
I don't think they're 60. They're like 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, still not even.
Nah, like when you can wait and get them on sale for like less than $10.
Like for 15, like that.
Dude,
I got that Batman for like $15.
Yeah, I got the Borderlands, I got the Game of Thrones, the Walking Dead ones for all less than $10.
I heard the Guardians of the Galaxy was good.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. That's out. I didn't even realize it was out.
I did not know it was out either.
Yeah, but that's something that like I want to play. But is that gonna tie into the actual movies, or is that its own? Oh yeah, Telltale does.
They just use that movie.
Yeah.
No, well, Telltale's what they do, like they did with Game of Thrones. The story they're telling is different families. It's not what you see on TV, but it's happening the same time. So like,
same thing with the Walking Dead.
Yeah. Okay. So then
they got the characters from the.
So they might. So are they doing that with
No,
Guardians?
all the Marvel video games that are coming out, it's gonna.
Oh, it's their own.
Their own original.
Oh, okay. All right.
No comic, no movie, no.
Oh yeah, because they did that with Batman. Yeah, they did that with Batman. Batman was its. Okay, that's different. But
I think Marvel, because I have a Game Informer, and I think Marvel got their own head guy for the video games division.
Well, yeah, they're doing that big Square Enix game.
They're doing a Square Enix game, and I think Capcom's. Cause I think Well, I didn't read the article. I mean, I was just looking like skimming through it because I was at the shop. You can't focus.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to SLD.
Still a good shop though.
He's not saying it's a bad shop, but yeah, it gets cray in there.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just skimming through it, and yeah, this guy, he's like the head guy under the whole. So he's like the Kevin Feige for the video games.
Well, that's good that they got that.
I mean, thank God. I mean, I was just about to wonder, okay, who's running this? It's good to see that there's someone there running into like the checks and balances of that, because there's different developers doing these Marvel games.
Mm-hmm.
So like Insomniac and is doing Spider-Man, and Square Enix is doing an Avengers game,
but
and
they still got that one guy.
That one guy overseeing.
Okay, well, it's the same thing as like James Gunn directing something, and the Russos directing something, but it's under the same.
Yeah, they're doing it under Kevin Feige's vision or whatever.
Okay, so that's fine by me.
Yeah, I mean, cool that we having a video game universe type, hopefully, from the way it looks. Even
though I think it would be great, especially like with Marvel and any kind of comic thing, to make a video game tie-in with the movies and stuff like that, because some stuff you may not be able to make a TV series of because it's going to cost too much money, and some things are just unnecessary to make movies about. So you do a video game to fill that in. But if they're doing their own thing, that's cool.
I mean, it's cool that they have different developers doing it, because like a developer can't just do like a Spider-Man, then continue with the next year. They need a good year or two.
Yeah, it's not.
break.
It's not
so
the same
that means
movies,
yeah. So a developer could do one aspect of the story, and another developer could do I mean, if they're doing it, that's the way they should do it.
That's really smart, because then you keep everything.
Even Call of Duty has different developers working on their.
Yeah, but they still got the same.
Yeah.
Even though that's different, it's not a franchise that really ties in like that. But with Marvel, it's a lot smarter, because then you get more people invested in the games too, just like the movies. Because if they didn't do that whole leading into Infinity Wars and the Avengers and all that. Well, first Avengers, then the Infinity and all that, people wouldn't really. I mean, they would care, but it'd just be like, oh, I could watch this now. It's like, even if you're not interested in it, like you go to your sort of experience with Ant-Man, you didn't really care for it, but you knew at some point you had to see it because it was, you might
continuity wise.
Yeah, exactly. So that's cool. So now you actually bring a sort of demand for people to play the games. It's like I have to play the game. So then also too, as a developer, well, this could kind of be good and bad because a developer could just make a game just to make a game.
Yeah, true.
And it may have the story, but the game may be shit, or the story may be shit, but it ties in, so you still gotta play it. Or
Yeah, but nothing's real. This is just speculation on our part. Or, yeah, there's nothing really said, or that's what they're going to do. But
I feel they would.
yeah, I mean, if they're going about it, that's how you should do it.
It may not be as like direct as the movies. Like it may have somebody overseeing it. It may just be for certain elements. It may not be like something that like, oh, it's gonna tie into this ultimate game. But like there may be events that happen in the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale game that you may see something in that direction in the Spider-Man game, and you may see it may lead up to something in that Avenger game, or you may see hints at that at Marvel vs. Capcom 4. So that's smart. And like I said, you make people invested, you know. But yeah. So but we got E3 coming up in like fucking a month or so. So
like in June.
Yeah, and it's already almost May. So like
all the speculation is gonna all the rumors and all that. That should be fun.
All I care about is Red Dead Redemption.
I don't even think it's going to be at E3 at all.
Yeah.
Rockstar don't do E3s.
That's true. We might see it like after, but hey, you know what?
You should have just seen this guy's face. This guy's heart just got broken.
Yeah. Right? I forgot about that. I forgot. Rockstar is that company that they're above all that shit because they're not gonna show you a game.
They don't need E3 for their hype.
Nah. they don't even need to show me a trailer. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
That,
they could just be like, Red Dead is out tomorrow. You could. Yep. I'm like, oh, yep, I'm there.
I see you because you know it's gonna be perfect. Like the whole thing, I'm not trying to get too hyped for it because I know it's gonna get delayed, like at least once, for like a couple months. So like I'm trying not to like, because I still remember the exact date Grand Theft Auto 4 came out.
Oh yeah,
October 17th.
But the thing is, if they delay it, I don't think it's going to be like that long delay, like how they. I think it's just going to be probably like a month or 3, just because it's a business.
Oh
thing.
yeah, not like a year. Because the thing is, from Grand Theft Auto 4, the initial release date was October 17th, 2000 and whenever I forgot. They pushed it back one to like November, then they pushed it back to like April or March. It was March. But that I could live with because you know what, they're a company that they're reputable. They give you a 9-10 game all the time. Like Grand Theft Auto 5. I remember, first of all, the game itself, the single player was amazing. I remember the whole controversy with the online once it got started. First of all, people complained because you had to wait like 2 weeks for it. Like, yo, play the game first. Like that's smart.
I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
They want you to play the freaking.
Yeah, because that game is a single player campaign. That's what Grand Theft Auto is. It's a single player game. Like you're meant to go through the story because the story is great, the experience is great. But then what they did online, like making you wait 2 weeks is fine, you know. And then I remember it got off to a rocky start. You know, people gave issue to that. But you look at it now. It's going 4 years strong, 3-4 years strong, and it's almost flawless. I mean, you have your issues with a game like that online. It's gonna happen, but it's never anything that really dampers it. I mean, you may get sometimes it may take a while to load, or you may not get a match right away or whatever. Or sometimes people get kicked out of stuff, but that's something you could deal with. But just the fact that anyways, but they give stellar shit, but. Yeah, we probably want to see them at E3, but that's fine. I mean, I also would like to see something about Borderlands because they started showing tech demos of the engine.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been a while since Borderlands 2.
You probably might just get an announcement at best.
Yeah. But and I wonder if The Last of Us is actually going to drop this year. It's supposed to, but I don't see them rushing too. That's another company. Like they'll give us it when it's ready. I mean, it's almost ready, I think. But
yeah. I don't know. I don't really follow Naughty Dog like that.
Yeah, that's another game. You know, when it comes out,
it's going to be a solid game. It's not if it's going to be good. It's just how good.
The game I'm really curious about. we'll get into this more around E3, is that Days Gone. Cause it
that motorcycle,
that
the road captain guy,
with the zombies and shit. Now, here's two things with that. A little quick speculation. I think that crazy sequence with all the zombies is gonna happen maybe once or twice. I don't think that's gonna be a main focal point in the game. I don't think you're gonna be constantly. And two, I wonder if that game. I mean, it looks like it's solid. It looks like it's gonna be solid, but is it gonna be one of those games where like it looks sick, it's actually okay?
But I mean, since it's the first, it's a new IP, and I mean, if it's just okay, then I'll take it.
Well, yeah, as long as it's not bad.
It's not like it has a legacies following.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I could say about that, it looks a lot like The Last of Us. Like, I'm not saying the game itself. I'm just saying the way it's.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't too much.
It looks like it's in the same universe almost.
I wasn't too much interested because it's like The Last of Us again, and probably there's a whole lot more to it than they showed. So that's why I really that it's like not on my radar like that.
I'm more curious about it.
I was hoping for a Siphon Filter though, but they want to do a zombie game. But that's me.
With that game, it's like the same with Horizon Zero Dawn. Like I still haven't played that game, but I remember when it was coming out, like when they started showing footage for it last year, I was like, this shit looks good. But it was one of those things, like, it looks good, but is it gonna be good?
Yeah, and some games just look good, but just doesn't catch me.
Yeah,
I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn is like I'm going to play it at some point, but right now it's not my priority.
Well, it was a big deal for me because I love dinosaurs, so. But I had to make a choice. It was either that or the Switch, and Breath of the Wild. So,
I ain't mad at you on that one.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, man. Like, yo. And matter of fact, they got an update coming out as part of the which is, you've never seen this before. Zelda doing a season pass thingy, but see,
wait, what?
It's not. It's a season pass. It's a $20 DLC, right? But the thing is, you have the full game already. So what they're doing is they're adding a hard mode, like a harder mode, more quests and some other shit. So they're adding more things to it. And then the second part of it, which it's all included in the $20 thing, it's actually a new story.
Shit. Nintendo sold out.
Hey, but the thing is, you got the full game.
Yeah, okay. Well, that full game alone is like
worth every fucking penny. Dude, it's
I really do want to play that game.
Yeah, dude. I mean, do you have a Wii U or not?
Hell no, I ain't got no Wii U.
Oh yeah, you don't, because they're saying that it's really good on the Wii U. It's probably something you'd want to get the Switch for, because it's just that's right now that's the prime of the Switch. But yeah, if you had the Wii U, then they say it's worth getting for the Wii U. But like I said, if I were you, I would get it on the Switch, and the reason why I say get it on the Switch is because
you carry it wherever you.
Yes, yeah. and that's one crazy thing that and I'm really curious to see how other games run on it. And there's a rumor that there's supposedly in Japan that there's 20 games that are going to be coming out in the near future with Unreal 4 engine.
Okay.
So
the reason why I'm looking at it because the Virtual Console. I want to play my old games.
Yeah, well, that's gonna come. The thing with that. It does kind of suck. It's funny because I wrote about this in the article where it does kind of suck that it's not in there right away, because that was one of the mainstays of Nintendo with all their consoles recently. But the thing is, right, they don't have Netflix yet. They don't have Hulu. They don't have YouTube and all that shit. But my thing is this, it does kind of suck. But Nintendo has got criticized, and a lot of gaming companies, like we talked about this with the Xbox, they get criticized for putting entertainment stuff on there. It's not a gaming console. So I think this is just me saying it, but I think it's Nintendo's way of saying, play this first, play the games. This is a gaming console. Because the Switch just looks like a gimmick. That's what my biggest fear is.
I mean, even if it even if they don't have all that, I still wouldn't be mad because
it's a gaming console. That's what you're getting it for.
I mean, it's not a traditional console. It's a handheld. It's a handheld. It's a handheld, glorified handheld.
It's a glorified
handheld. I don't need no Netflix on my handheld.
Yeah, when you have your phone.
If you have your phone, or if you already have a tablet,
that's another thing.
I mean, that's not going to bother me now. If it was a traditional console.
Yeah.
and then you don't have it, and like you probably.
Well, yeah, if you don't have other consoles, like if you don't have a PlayStation or you don't have a computer, then or you don't have a smart TV, then you kind of do want that stuff. But yeah, who doesn't have that stuff? So, and the thing is too, like people are complaining about the battery now.
Is the battery interchangeable? I mean, you could change the battery.
No, from what I mean, you could maybe open it up, but no, I think it's like the.
Oh, that's.
But the thing is, like, all right, you look at all our phones.
This probably might come out with a portable charger or some shit.
There should be stuff out soon. But my thing, like, you can plug. They have the it connects to USB-C.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a USB-C wire. Wait,
no HDMI and none of that.
Yeah, no, it has HDMI. But to the thing itself, it's USB-C. That's how it charges there. But you can get a separate one and carry it on the go with you, and plug it into, like, if you have a portable charger thing, like one of those boxes. But what was I trying to get at? Shit, I forgot what I was trying to get at. Oh yeah, well the whole battery thing, like, you gotta understand, like, even the best tablets, like the iPhones and all that, the iPads, like, if you're playing games on it or watching movies,
depending on the game,
it's gonna die. Yeah. So if you're playing something like Zelda,
there's a third party out there that's gonna make a portable charger.
They got this company that they're doing a whole Kickstarter campaign or some shit like that, where it's like a, what is it? It's some kind of portable charger that you connect to it. It actually looks cool. It's some other shit too. It's a combination thing. It looks legit.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the battery.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, yo, any smart person is gonna bring a charger with them.
I mean, the way I look at it, I mean, say, like, if I was to buy a Switch, it's just a portable thing to be used at home. Because, I'm away from my room. My brother is always using my PlayStation and whatever. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, that's the great thing about it. But you know what's funny? I said that too. I said I'm never gonna take this outside my house, only if I'm traveling to, like, Long Island or some shit on a long trip or to a con.
Yeah, I would definitely would like a Switch when I'm going on that 3-hour ride to upstate. Johnstown represents.
But yeah, it's funny because I said I'm not really gonna. I would use it in the house, like Chris is using it, or well, he was using it or whatever. But I find myself bringing that shit with me to work all the time. Like, and I may not.
Shit, I would bring that with me when I'm at that shop.
Dude, and imagine when, like, you think about when the Virtual Console drops, and when games like Street Fighter drops, and all those, like, imagine sports games. Imagine if NBA 2K runs close enough to how the consoles run, right? Just imagine that. Now, like,
for a traveling thing, yeah, I would say, yeah.
Dude, that would be great.
For my main thing, I'm playing it on the PS4.
Oh yeah, no, dude, that's like the Switch is never replacing my PS4 or your Xbox. But it's like back in the day when you had like Nintendo 64 and PlayStation.
But for a little handheld traveling thing, I would see why people would dish out another.
Imagine being able to play NBA 2K while we just chilling.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit.
We're waiting on the line for a movie. Oh shit, I'm gonna bust your ass with Carmelo Anthony right now.
Right. And think about I mean,
now to think about it, yeah, the Switch does has more. There's more reasons to get that. I mean, I'm just disappointed it's not as powerful as the Xbox or the PS4. Yeah. But it's a handheld system, so how powerful can
Yeah, you can only expect so much, and it runs 1080 or 1080 or 9.
My idea of it. Before I saw that trailer, I didn't think it was a handheld system. I thought it was like a traditional console.
Yeah,
that's going to be on par with the Xbox, but it's
a hybrid. But the thing is, like, it runs like 900p or some shit like that on there.
Yeah, I heard it performs better on the when it's on the handheld.
You know what it is? Because, like, if you take any big picture and condense it, it's gonna look better. Like, you blow anything up unless it's 4K. And the thing is that HDMI cable, that it's supposed to support a 4K HDMI. Okay. So the power aspect of it, it's how do you say, it could be upgraded, but like you look at something like 2K, going back to 2K or even FIFA or whatever, any kind of sports game, something like the My Player mode. Imagine that shit.
Yeah, I guess.
Like it's. Remember how I said I wanted it to be like the modern day Nintendo 64?
Yeah.
And it could be that, like, because you got your Zeldas, you got your Mario Karts, but you got your Skyrims, and there's rumors that Dark Souls is going to be coming out for it, or that company is going to make Dark Souls games for the Switch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we could get our hardcore teen M-rated games. We maybe not Grand Theft Auto, say like Borderlands. I could see Borderlands running on that perfectly if you look at the way Zelda runs. So like imagine Borderlands on that shit. Taking the whole multiplayer aspect on the go. And the fact that like you can pop that one remote out, even though it's not the ideal way to play, but you could pop the Joy-Cons out and we could both play like some shit on the go. So it's interesting shit, but yeah, it's definitely something right now. Yeah, you don't have to run and get it, but by the fall, when it becomes easier to get to, I'd say snag it up because you got Mario Odyssey coming out.
That's I should be having to switch by then when Mario Odyssey comes out.
Yeah, and like
I mean, there are times like, yo, I'm on standby right now. Should I get it or should I not? I just don't know. But I mean, if I could go a whole month without, like, when May's coming out, I'm gonna be busy with Injustice. In June and July, then that's where the video game drought is.
Yeah, I would say if you have the money by the summer, like if you have money to just drop on it and it's available and you don't have to go through a crazy line, I say get it. Because after Injustice and if there's nothing really out, Zelda will keep you going
for the whole summer, basically.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can take it on the go, and like, dude, I was playing it for so long without even doing main missions, and it was like an experience. And like that thing that Chris is telling you about, the whole multiplayer aspect of it, like it's not a multiplayer game, but like it is true that where like his experience is like almost totally different from mine. So we could like be sitting down playing it, but it's almost like we're playing the same game, but we're really not. I mean, we're playing together, but we're not. So, but yeah, and like, I would say get it around that time because then you have it, and then the games come out, you could just get the game, and the virtual console should be out around that time. And then like I said, NBA 2K, I don't know how it's gonna perform on that, but I'm really curious to see that because yeah, it's not gonna replace my home thing. Like I'm gonna be playing my franchise mode here, but just to be able to pop it out and we could just be waiting for fucking movies and playing 2K. Like we could be on the train playing 2K. That should make life so much.
I ain't playing none of the damn thing on no train. Hell no. None of that shit. You know what's funny? When I'm on the train, I'm alert.
No, you know what's funny? I actually play it on the train. Like I feel like nobody knows what it is.
Yeah.
No. Like honestly, like I feel like I play it and like I feel like nobody knows what I'm doing. Like usually when you have your iPad out and shit, it's like, oh, my nigga got an iPad. But it's like. But yeah, so that's something you should get down the line. Don't kill yourself now. You got shit to play now. Play it now. But all right, guys, we've been chatting for almost 3 hours. This is like the Lord of the Rings of our podcasts. Expect a lot more of this shit because we got X here. X talks.
Oh, you had the people. They just be like, that's it.
Nah.
The sound effects guys.
No, cause Nick will admit it. He's not really as in tune with with sports. Look, dude, we talked almost 2 hours about sports before we even got into video games. So, yeah. So and me and you, we could go on about sports for hours. We could talk about the same goddamn thing like if we talked about it for the first time. But anyway, guys, it's Danny, X, Chris here. I want to make a quick shout out to Imbion. I'm not gonna be there personally, but this weekend they'll be at C2E2 convention over in Chicago. If you're in the Chicago area and you're going to C2E2, check out booth 206. We've got prints, we've got comics. I don't know what else we have, but I know we have prints, we have comics. We'll probably maybe have tickets for Imbion Con at there, but I don't know. But anyways, yeah, we've got prints, we've got comics. Go say hi. I think Lawrence and Eric are going to be holding it down. So there's artwork from me. There's Chris's artwork and everybody else in the Imbion crew. They'll all be there. So it's going down this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the, I forget where it's at, but it's in Chicago. If you know of C2E2 and you're in Chicago, I'm pretty sure you're going. Shout out to Field Magazine. Check us out on iTunes just look up Successfully Failing. We're also on YouTube at Successfully Failing TV. You could find Successfully Failing Podcast. You could find some video game stuff that we do, some live shows that we're at, a bunch of other crap. Yeah. And we will be back on Thursday with some more shit for your ears.
Oh shit. Oh, yeah, I would like to send a shout out to my family at Johnstown. Yeah. So hopefully sometime this spring we're gonna meet on that basketball court. See, I still remember all that.
Oh, there's a basketball court there? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, no. They talk. You know, the family at Johnstown. They talk their little caca, and you know what I'm saying. They wanna school me in basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Nah, they ain't ready.
Damn,
they ain't ready.
Your ex is gonna go over there, and you're gonna see like out of nowhere pop up on the fucking in the middle of the sky, new challenger, and fucking
yeah.
I'm gonna come out there with my fucking tank top, my skinny ass, and the shorts and shit. Start blocking people, yo. You ain't ready for me.
Yeah, and I also want to send out to the citizens of the west side of Hug City. Hugs all day, hugs all night.
Don't go there. Don't go there. You might get hurt.
Yeah,
Later,
nah.
y'all.